time we are going to rotate our polygon, and for us to rotate it, well, we only have to, once we have the polygon ready, we have to select rotate around the point. So we select the polygon we want to rotate, and we want to rotate the point, which is going to be the axis. A vertex can be the axis. Let's say A. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, let's say clockwise. So there you go. Now I'm going to rotate it from, well, around this vertex 90 degrees counterclockwise, and that's it. So as I'm telling you, the rotation can be around or about any of the vertices. So let's say 90 degrees here around B, and it is going to be like this. However, the rotational point, the axis, doesn't have to be one of the vertices. If I want to place another point, so I come here and select point, and I click it wherever I want to place it. The very common origin is a very common point of reference, and then I say once again rotate this polygon around this axis, right? So this time, well, once again, let's say 90 degrees counterclockwise, so it is rotating around these axes. Yeah. Now I am going to show you a fantastic tool here in Geogebra, which is for just to make it easier, to make it faster, and it is this slider, right? So I'm going to place a slider wherever I want. I am going to say it is for an angle I want to manipulate, and I'm going to call this slider R. Now that's the name of the slider. R for rotation, but it can be whatever the name. Now don't write Diana or any name, but a letter, right? Now once you get it there, well, you have it, and you go back to the menu, select rotate, which is what you want to do with your polygon. You select the polygon and you say around this vertex, it could be. And when it questions you the angle, what you're going to write is R, because that is the name of the slider, right? So R. And then you say OK. And look at what happens. This is giving you 45 degrees. Now I start moving, and as I move it, well, the angle is changing. So you can understand how this is working, right? Let's say 180 degrees. Now I am going to set it 180, exactly there. And you can tell it is totally opposite, right? So B is being rotated 180 degrees. How can I tell there are 180 degrees? Well, look at this. It is a complete semicircle. So I go a semicircle. If it were 360, well, I will have the other half of the circle, right? It is going on just the same with C, and A, well, is the axis itself, right? So this is a very beautiful tool which we can keep in mind. If we are moving it, let's say I am rotating, I am rotating this polygon around any other point. So once again I select R for this to be the angle itself, and then look, 45 degrees around R, 360 degrees, it means it went all around, so it went to its same position. Now, let's say 180 is totally opposite. Now you can tell B is 180 degrees opposite, right? Now, let's say 90 degrees. Now, so there is a right angle here. Now, let's show it. Now, and here. Now you see the right angle. Now it's 90 degrees. Now this is right angle. Okay, so we can tell that this is being rotated 90 degrees. Well, this slider is a fantastic tool for you to play with, to learn with actually, because it allows you to understand how this is working for real. Okay, so okay, the idea is that I change here a little bit because I want to show you this tool. This tool is a fantastic idea to work with. So what is it? The protractor, and I am setting the very center of it there in the rotational axis. Now, there, this point of reference, the rotational axis, is going to be the very beginning. And I'm going to set the 0. I'm going to set the 0 of my axis there in the point I want to rotate it. Now, so notice that if I set it here, now you can say, well, it is a 0, but is it the 0 for the whole line segment or for the axis? I mean, for the vertex. It has to be the vertex itself, right? Then I am going to measure the angle with the protractor to see if it is real what is Geogebra showing me here. Then I'm going to, well, just come back here to rotate the polygon. I'm going to click here and I am going to say I want to rotate it about R, right? Okay, then I move this back and we are going to see A, right? We are going to see A. It is showing me over here. I want you to read these numbers. You see the 45 here, it says 45.6. Well, because I am not being that exact with my point of reference. Now, you see, it is going to be 45 degrees if I were able to place it exactly, if I were, yeah, because I can manipulate it, but it would be rough movements, right? My mouse doesn't allow me to be super accurate, so I go rough movements when moving the different angles, right? And then this angle, which is here, is 45 degrees. You see the number here, 44.8. Look, it would be somewhere around there. So you can tell that this is absolutely real. Look at the 180. So is 180, it says that number here with our protractor. So don't forget to use how to use the protractor there in your notebook, okay? Bye-bye.